Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and we are continuing our coverage leading up to the NFL draft as Kansas State tight end Ben Sinnott had a top 30 visit with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers recently. This was per Scott Reynolds of PewterReport.com. There's going to be a lot more players on this list that we're going to be covering throughout this upcoming week, but the first one we are covering here is Ben Sinnott. We're also going to be going over the 3 tight ends that the Buccaneers interviewed officially at the NFL Combine as well. But firstly, in the case of Ben Sinnott, he is the biggest tight end prospect that the Bucs have been interested in so far. 6'4", 250 pounds, graded out as one of the best tight ends at the entirety of the NFL Combine. A 4.68 40-yard dash, 1.59 10-yard split, a 40-inch vertical jump, which is absolutely crazy, 10-foot 6-inch broad jump, 6.823 cone drill, and a 4.23 20-yard shuttle. This is a guy in Ben Sinnott that could be a great 1-2 combination with Cade Otton right away. He gives you the ability to be a future starter. That's what he's graded as. Good backup with potential to develop into a future starter. So it does make sense as to why the Buccaneers may be interested. If Ben Sinnott is available, say in the later rounds, I'm not even saying late rounds, but let's say around 4, maybe the Bucs could be interested in a scenario there. You also have Jaheim Bell, Florida man as well, just entirety from Lake City, Florida, coming out of Florida State as well, 6'2", 241 pounds. He ran a 4.61 40-yard dash, a 1.58 10-yard split, 35-inch vertical jump, and a 10-foot 4-inch broad jump. So compares somewhat similarly to what we saw from Ben Sinnott. Jaheim Bell might have some fans out there, a lot of Florida State fans who root for the Buccaneers also. This is a guy that you may look at in the later rounds as a potential backup. I would be curious to see what the Bucs are going to do in the later rounds because you also have a guy in Devin Culp out of Washington, 6'3", 231. Again, a 4.47 40-yard dash, very fast for a tight end, and a 1.55 10-yard split. But again, very similar drafting rating, let's say, to a Jaheim Bell in Devin Culp as well. And then you have another interesting name in Cade Stover, coming in at 6'4", 247 pounds, a 4.65 40-yard dash, a 1.59 10-yard split, 34.5-inch vertical jump, and a 9-foot 9-inch broad jump. So you really have a wide range of tight ends here. You have guys who could go in the mid to early rounds in Ben Sinnott and in Cade Stover, by the way, Cade Stover out of the Ohio State University, by the way. And then you have 2 guys who can go in the later rounds in Jaheim Bell out of Florida State and Devin Culp out of Washington. What's interesting to me is where the Bucs find themselves at the tight end position right now. You have Cade Otton, who's been your starter for the past couple of years. I think he's done a fine job overall. I don't think he has necessarily been a top 10 tight end in the league, but he's been a serviceable starter, which, considering where Cade Otton was drafted, I believe he was a 4th-round draft pick in his own right, is really the best thing you could hope for. I mean, to get a very serviceable starter in the 4th round at the tight end position, that's great. Maybe the Bucs are considering something at the backup tight end spot, but you did literally just draft Payne Durham with a 6th round draft pick last year, so I'm a little bit wary on drafting a tight end. Now, that's not to knock any of these guys that the Bucs have met with so far up to this point. You just got to consider need. And right now, I don't necessarily know if the Bucs need to draft another tight end. I still hold the belief that they should invest in a veteran tight end, and maybe they will after the NFL draft. We don't know, but this is still interesting where the Bucs find themselves right now. Ben Sinnott and Cade Stover are the 2 more top guys out of the bunch, and then you have Jaheim Bell and Devin Culp, which Devin Culp, could this guy play receiver? I mean, a 4.47 40-yard dash, maybe that's what they would consider him as. I don't know, but it would be interesting to see. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions about this. Do you want to see the Bucs develop? Do you want to see the Bucs draft a tight end? If so, where? Do you want to see them do it in the middle rounds to maybe get another guy to be a 1B starter to Cade Otton's 1A? Do you want to see them maybe go in the later rounds and get somebody who can be a, let's say, just a pure backup along with a guy like Payne Durham, have those guys compete? Or do you not want to see them draft a tight end at all and have them explore the free agency market after the NFL draft? Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions. I would love to hear them down in the comments section below. By the way, guys, one more thing before we get out of here. I do want to go ahead and make a note of this. I am sponsoring a wrestling match. Who would have thought? Not me, but that is where we find ourselves. We are sponsoring a wrestling match here for MrBucsNation, and it's going to be a doozy, folks. It is going to be an absolute doozy. It is the POW Florida Championship match. It is a no disqualification grudge match, and it pits Leroy Shogun, the champion, defending against Daniel, the King of Florida Starling. Should be very exciting. As you guys can see, I've got my little sponsorship logo down there in the bottom left. The match is on April 27th. The event starts at 5 p.m., 4 p.m. for the VIP experience. I'm going to be there. Hopefully, I can see a lot of you guys there as well. If you guys do want to purchase tickets, go to my community tab. I will also likely have it in a pinned comment here on this video and in the description as well. But guys, again, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. And as always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.